I'm building an impossible to beat death run.
But as you continue down this trail, hills start to rise up on either side. As you continue deeper into the forest, these keep growing until it's almost like you're walking into the mouth of a canyon. Near the end of this trail, a cliff rises up in the distance, and the trail seems to end at the foot of the cliff. If you keep walking towards this, right before the cliffs, the ground slopes down very gently. Right at this spot, you have to be extremely careful because abruptly the slope drops into a massive 143-foot pit straight into the ground. This is the Stevens Gap Pit. It's one of two entrances to Stevens Gap Cave and by far the most dangerous way to enter. On one side of the pit is a flat edge that's easy to stand on, but the edge from the trail slopes down right into the massive opening. It's so easy to slip and fall right into it if you're not paying attention. And obviously, with the depth, it is certain death if you fall in. Thankfully, this isn't the only entrance to Stevens Gap. A few dozen feet over from the pit, there is a large opening with a much gentler slope that takes you almost to the bottom. But in order to reach the true bottom, which is the pit itself, you have to wind your way down a series of damp and rocky tunnels. As with most caves, this requires a helmet with a headlamp because of how dark it gets, even with these large openings. And thankfully as well, over the years, the cave was bought and requires a permit because it's now private property. This helps to conserve the cave and to prevent anyone from just wandering in and accidentally falling. This is also particularly dangerous at nighttime when the opening is not easily distinguishable from the pathway. In August of 1997, a woman named Karen was visiting Stevens Gap to do some exploring, and like many other more experienced cavers, she intended on rappelling into the pit all the way to the bottom instead of taking the easier entrance. So she and the group she was with got to the entrance and then set up the rappel anchor near the edge. This is usually either by bolting into some rocks or by fixing it to some trees. Then she got on her harness and helmet and at the front was her rappel device. This is a special device that allows you to feed rope and control your descent.
Get it.
For her descent of 143 feet, the rope would need to be several dozen feet longer from the anchor point, plus an additional unlimited slack. Once everything was ready,
yeah, just slide a little bit. You don't have to move it like very far.
The edge of the pit and slowly back over the edge as she let go of the rappel device. She took a few steps down until eventually she was suspended over nothing but air. Then she was at 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet, and right around 40 feet, the rope went right through the rappel device, and Karen plummeted 100 feet to the bottom of the pit and to her death. Karen had fed the wrong rope through the rappel device. The one she grabbed was the safety line that was only 40 feet long and had no knot at the end to prevent it from going right through the rappel device. Without realizing this, the rope slipped right through her fingers and sent her to the bottom of Stevens Gap Pit. Her body was later recovered from the bottom, and tragically, she was not the only person to have died at the bottom of this cave. In fact, several incidents almost exactly like this have occurred over the past few decades. There have been a few rope breaks, equipment failures, and accidental slips, and 4 people died here between 2015 and 2019 alone. All of this at the end of this seemingly ordinary trail through the woods.
No? It's okay. I already knew there wasn't nothing there. It's all good. What? Yeah.
You own an F-150, Tacoma, or just about any truck ever made, then listen up. If the bed of your truck sucks like Chuck's, it's time to get back.
But how does it work?
The deck system has 2 full bed length drawers that allow you to easily store and access all your stuff. Dex does it all. Fishing, handyman, honeydew, hunting, construction, camping.
You scrape it?
So you can do it all. Each drawer can
Go get his too and scrape it.
pounds of gear. Working,
Go find his and scrape his too.
tailgate.
What about security?
Simply lock your tailgate and you've locked your deck. Nobody's getting into your drawers without your enthusiastic consent. You can also get individual drawer locks if you really want to practice safe decks.
Well, I'm hauling big heavy stuff.
Deck has a true 2,000-pound payload, and thanks to its rugged composite and steel frame construction, Deck won't crack under pressure. Just like my grandpa is trapped behind enemy lines. Click the link to say goodbye to the junk in your trunk and unlock your truck's true potential. Now it's time to Deck drawer cushions undergo a rigorous weatherproofing test. So all your important gear stays safe and dry, no matter the conditions.
But can it safely hold my firearms?
Yep. Deck has everything you need to keep your supplies locked and loaded. Deck fits nearly every full and mid-sized truck and cargo van on the road today, and complements your favorite truck caps and tonneau covers. And if you're using Deck for work, guess what? Plus, it's backed by our no-nonsense lifetime warranty. Simply go to Deck.com, enter the make and model of your truck, and click Buy Now for instant truck enhancement. In a matter of days, we ship your Deck for free, directly to your front door. It's easy to install with the same tools you probably already have banging around back there. And installation only takes a couple of hours, or an afternoon, if you're doing it right. Don't want to install it yourself? Deck has over 2,500 dealers nationwide that'll do it for you. Deck has thousands of verified reviews with a 4.8 average rating. That's out of 5. Just look at all these trucking great reviews from happy pickers. If you need support, Deck customer service is always ready to take your call. Click the link to give your pickup truck a picnic with Deck. Financing? Check. Lifetime warranty? Check. Finally getting organized? Deck. Having a truck without Deck is truck nuts. Click the link. If you've got a big duck, you get, I don't know, what would get?
In May of 1990, 5 divers all gathered in a campground in Greenville, to do some diving. That day, they were actually doing something known as potholing, which is where you go from spring to spring diving and checking out the underwater scenery. This area of Florida is perfect for that because of the sheer number of clear surface springs that are teeming with sea life. The spring they go and explore in this campground is known as Otter Springs, which looks like any other ordinary pond. It's not very big, but there are some trees growing on the bank, and there's a grassy beach on the other side. What's cool about these springs, though, is that because the water is so clear and warm, there are often tons of fish and other sea life in them. And even though Otter Springs isn't a very large spring, it does go down to around 40 feet, and the water is very clear all the depth. After the group had gotten suited up and started exploring the water, they all descended to the bottom of the spring and checked out a large crack running along the floor. In this area as well, many of these springs are either fed by or open up into a large underwater cave system. Otter Springs is one of these, and at the bottom of the 40-foot depth, there is an entrance inside of a large horizontal crack runs along the bottom floor. All 5 of them got down into the crack and saw that it opened up even further into a rocky semicircle which tunneled off into the distance. Unfortunately, no one in this group was cave certified, so this was as far as they could go. In fact, this group was composed of a woman named Jackie, who was a former instructor of several of the others, brothers Ron and Alan, and then 2 friends, Chris and Ken. And other than Jackie, who had over 100 dives, and Ron, who had done 52 dives, the others had done less than 7 dives each, so definitely not enough experience to even think about going inside. But as they sat at the entrance, Jackie could see that Ken wanted to go inside. She got his attention and shook her head not to, and knowing that she was the most experienced, he gave her an okay back. Then she pointed to her gaze because they were far enough into their dive that it was time to head back up, and then she started swimming up to the surface. But not fully appreciating the danger, Ken still really wanted to go in the cave, which the others could tell as well and tried talking him out of it. But before long, Ken was making his way into the tunnel. They quickly went in after him to make sure he didn't get lost, but soon enough, they were all kind of enjoying it. As they swam around checking out the different passages and showing each other the cool stuff they were seeing, they figured that when they were done, they'd simply retrace their steps and head back out, and it would be no big deal. When Jackie got to the surface and looked back down, she saw that no one had followed her, and her heart sank. Right away, she was pretty upset that they'd gone in this especially because it wasn't as simple as just going after them. She sort of had to. There were still lots of bubbles coming up from the entrance though, so she hoped they would just be in and out quickly and then come back up. Then she got out of the water to the bank of the spring and watched the water anxiously. Inside the cave, the four others made their way deeper and deeper, having a blast checking out the tunnels. Then Ron stopped for a second to look at his gauge, and as soon as he lifted his head again, all of the silk they had been picking up everywhere caught up to him and completely blinded him. He couldn't see the walls, the ceiling, up, down, and then without realizing it, he was hyperventilating, swimming around in panic. He swam around frantically, bumping into the walls and the ceiling, and then more walls, all while breathing way more air than he should have been. And then, miraculously, there was light. Somehow, in his panic, he had just happened to stumble back on the exit and immediately swam back up to the surface. As soon as he surfaced, he looked around and saw Jackie standing on the bank and asked where the others were. In his mind, he'd been searching desperately for a long time and thought he was the last person to surface. In reality, he was the first person to surface. Everyone else was still somewhere inside. Jackie contemplated going back in, but with only a little bit of air left, she realized it would be a mistake. While they were having this conversation, it clearly sounded panic, and a man nearby walked over and asked them if everything was okay. He'd seen everyone go down, and then asked them if they were cave certified. Then he asked if they'd gone to the cave, and as soon as they said yes, he took off running. Spike?
I can't believe this Alex straight out of high school without any college experience. Anyone could do it. Making 6 degrees at 19. My name is Martina. I am 19 years old. I just
Chance, there was a barbecue going on that day attended by diving legend Woody Jasper. Not only did he have over 500 dives, but he had all of his equipment with him in the back of his truck. Before long, he was running over and suiting up to get in the water, and not only was he angry for being so irresponsible, he knew that the chances of getting out alive were very slim. They'd been in for almost an hour at that point, which was a long time before the type of equipment they had on, especially if they were panicked. Finally, Woody dropped into the water and made his way to the cave entrance and saw that it was clear and silk. This meant that no one had been in this area for a while, and the three left inside were not close to the entrance. As he got into the tunnel, he was almost certain this would be a body recovery. Then he made his way deeper in and came up to an obvious fork, with one tunnel leading left and the other tunnel leading right. One of these was still cloudy, so he went into that tunnel, and almost immediately this proved to be right, for not far into the tunnel, he found a mask on the floor. In a panicked state, divers will often lose their masks or take them off shortly before drowning. The mask then sinks to the bottom, while their body stays in place. Then Woody looked directly up from the mask and saw 4 legs huddled together in a crevice, but he couldn't see their heads because they were in a small air pocket that had been created by their own expelled gas. He released some of his own gas to bubble up and signal them, but they didn't respond. Then he tried pulling on their legs and realized they were unconscious in the gas pocket. This gas pocket was created by their expelled air and didn't have enough oxygen to keep them alive. At some point, they had passed out and were now slowly suffocating. Upon realizing this, he grabbed one of them and immediately headed for the surface. As soon as he was out of the water, Jackie saw that it was Alan, who was bleeding and he wasn't breathing or responding. They got him back to the bank and started CPR right away, while Woody went right back down into the cave. He quickly got to the fork and went back to the crevice, but this time, incredibly, the other diver was moving. The gas Woody used to try to signal them was just enough for him to regain consciousness. Woody then swam up to him, grabbed his hand to reassure him that help was there. On the surface, CPR continued, and soon enough, they noticed that Alan's eyes started to move around. It seemed as though Alan might fall through. Then all of a sudden, the person performing compressions actually felt a heartbeat under his hand as Alan started to regain consciousness. He still had tons of water in his lungs, and there was no telling how much brain damage he might have due to lack of oxygen, but at least for now, he was alive. Back in the tunnels, Woody buddy breathed with the other guys all the way to the surface, where Jackie saw it was Chris. By the time they got there, he was able to get out of the water.
Stay in here and do it. I want some.
Woody immediately went right back down, this time to find Ken, who had been in the water the longest. He made his way back to the fort, then past the air pocket, and eventually to Ken's body. Unlike the other two, he had drowned. He was brought back up to the surface, and CPR was performed, but he would never regain consciousness. He was simply without oxygen for too long, and Jackie would even say he looked different than his brother.
What's up? He's still gone? Where'd he go? Dumbass, huh? Get the car taken away. He's a dumbass too. He'll try to outrun the cops. Slap slam us out of game though. Huh? That's all you got? It's not a lot, huh? What? How much money? When do you get it? What? Okay.
Should I put Jamie's Jr. back in the group?
Yeah.
night and day. Because you're doing build up straight away. Before she loses, run all night and day. Because you're doing and I'm ready to stay. We are spies, covert operations. Disguises and hideaways. Sending it back to vacation. And I'll take you home with no shame.
Call me a ghost, maybe a shadow who really knows. I'll travel in secret on feet or by boat. I will run in circles around you, pretend you're fine. You ain't escaping my sight this time. Gonna grab a gun, they call it mythic. Send you back to dark ages, hieroglyphics. Eat you alive, so delicious. You serpentine, but I still don't think I'll miss it. Cause we are spies.
Spies, gonna come out of hide. In the skies, we're hunting down. In the night, oh, you're running out of time, oh, oh. And the light of day is finding. We'll run all night and day. Because you're doing build up straight away. Before she loses, run all night and day. Because you're doing and I'm ready to stay. We are spies, covert operations. Disguises and hideaways. Sending it back to vacation. And I'll take you out with no shame. We are spies, covert operations. Disguises and hideaways. Sending it back to vacation. And I'll take you home with no shame.
I know you tired of seeing her every day like that. But it ain't my fault and this they call it a cause, girl. And I know you say you down the ride and that's what you do. But girl, you know that it's something that I ain't never feel. But I feel it when I'm with you. I'm trying to get it over. Never mind on your school, you're going. You're going on your shoulder.
team out there. When it comes to the best grills in Florida, nobody's doing it better than Gold Money Grill. Specializing in silver grill, gold grill, and of course, diamond grill. Follow us on IG and Snapchat at Gold Money Grill. Visit the website at www.goldmoneygrill.com. Oh, this is the floor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on again. Bow, yeah, bow, yeah, yeah. Love, baby, love. I don't use my hand on it, love. Push it to the maximum, love. I can make it, baby, make it trip. I'ma let my hook come. For the border, nigga got a clip, y'all. Ooh, 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 ooh. Clip it, ooh. What all do you want from me? Hey, I hand on 2, 2, 3. Fucking around with me, you see I'm hot, I'm fine, it's me. 30 out of body, but that does not mean shit to me. Got 2 on me, got 2 on me. Look, hey, yeah, 2 on me. Detrimental, niggas lock on your instrumental. I kill a nigga and they really want to incidental. Stop all that flat shit, you just be on that average shit. No, I ain't with no packet shit, and I ain't on no racket shit. No laughing, bitch, you know it ain't no laughing, bitch. I checked in the floor, nigga, like, hey, man, was rapping, bitch. I'm 2 floors up on you, nigga. I'm 2 floors up on you, nigga. What all do you want from me? Hey, I didn't know 2, 2, 3. Fucking around with me, you see I'm hot, I'm fine.
Play nigga white like trying to find his face and no trace ain't coming back. Nah, Mr. Tupac, jump all the Mac for your face though, real retro couch. One foot in the industry and 1 foot in the top. About that dope for my bloodline, I'm feeling like my stock. Cause I need here, something that will feed off the mouth. Big B, so I'm sleeping, pushing P, you count. 2 guns, got the twin drops, I roger that part colder than a bitch. Cause the bitch froze like that. Like some pockets and hoopers, so gotta come in the back down with 250K, we can better stay on this nigga.
I'm hot, I'm fine, it is 30 caught a body, but that does not mean shit to me. Got 2 on me, got 2 on me. Look, hey, yeah, 2 on me. Yeah, what you already want? Hey, what you see, y'all? Hey, bitch, that's what I be, y'all. What you on, what you breathe, y'all? Hey, yeah.
You are one of the most popular streamers on this planet. Pilot Ninja Brothers. Pilot Ninja Brothers, you are truly the pioneer of elite sports gaming in terms of being a person who works in this.
Once I said go, mama told me go. Make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I said go. It was a big, big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other to the limits, we were learning quicker. By 11, smoking herb and drinking burning liquor. Never so we were out to make that steady figure. Once I was 11 years old, my daddy told me go get yourself a wife or you'll be lonely. Once I was 11 years old. So I started writing songs, I started writing stories. Something about that glory just always seems to bore me. Cause only those I really love will never really know me. Once I was 20 years old, my story got told. Before the morning sun when life was lonely. Once I was 20 years old. I only see my goals, I don't believe in failure. Cause I know the smallest voices, they can make it major. I got my boys with Traveled around the world and we're still rolling. Soon we'll be 30 years old. Still learning about life. My woman got children for me, so I can sing them all my songs and I can tell them stories. Most of my boys are with me, some are still out seeking glory, and some I had to leave behind. My brother, I'm still sloppy. Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life, and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I rode the little ones. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 60 years old. I think the world is full of life. Have a lot of children who can go me. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Soon I'll be 60 years old. I think the world is full of life. Have a lot of children who can go me. Soon I'll be 60 years old. Once I was 7 years old, Mama told me, go make yourself some friends or you'll be lonely. Once I was 7 years old. Once I was 7 years old.